busy week continues for us. I know the first two games obviously were a test, both in different ways, but nonetheless were a test as we all saw. But this game tomorrow is going to be the biggest test we've had so far, without a doubt. So, anytime you face a team that has 10 of their 12 players, I believe, are either juniors or seniors, you're going to be in for a war. So, it's obviously the most experienced team we've played so far, probably one of the most experienced teams we play all year, actually. But, I know we beat them last year, but they're much improved from last year. They got a couple new guys that are really helping them, and like I said, it's going to be a good test. It's going to be a very, very good basketball game tomorrow night. I think our guys are anxious to get back out there and hopefully show some improvements in areas we needed to improve on since Friday. But like I said, Barry's done a great job every year since he's been there. They're always going to play physical, play hard, and that's no different this year when you got that many upperclassmen. So we're looking forward to it, and just looking forward and anxious to get back out on the court.
How did your team respond after you're terming them the second half embarrassing? How did they respond to your criticisms there?
They saw it. We watched. We didn't watch the whole game just for time's sake. We put together an edit of mostly actually all things we needed to work on and improve on in bad stretches of the game, and they saw it. I mean, they're mature enough that I asked them when we got done. I said, "Does anybody think I'm being too critical on you guys?" And obviously none of them said yes, but they know. But with that being said, in the first half we did some good things. We've played well in stretches the first two games this year. I just tomorrow I want to see us play well for a whole game. It seems like we haven't been able to put together 40 minutes yet, so that's the goal, is just try to put together a complete game. But yeah, I mean, we have a mature group. Even our young guys are, they saw it. They saw the film, and the old adage, the film never lies. So, we had a very productive last couple of days. We had a very good practice yesterday. So, I just got to have one more today and get ready to go.
Where are the turnovers coming from? Is it passing, is dribbling?
It's kind of a combination of everything. And the ones that are really killing us are the what they call live ball turnovers, where sometimes I call them a pick six, where they'll get a steal and then they got a 1-on-0 break where there's nothing we can do to defend it. At least sometimes when you turn the ball over, it's a dead ball turnover and you can set your defense. But it's the ones that have been live ball and then we struggle to get back and they have an advantage. So we just now look. You have to give George Mason and Omaha some credit. I mean, they forced a majority of our turnovers, but a lot of them also we were just careless with the ball, just lackadaisical on our passes, just not being strong with the ball. So just things we've had to correct, but film is great in that regard because you can see where your mistakes are and where you need to fix them. So hopefully we'll make some strides in that area.
You guys have blocked a lot of shots out so far this season. How do you've been pretty good at this in the past. How does a team make sure to eliminate second chances, offensive rebounds off a blocked shot so that it's not a repeat?
It's just a team effort. It's not really our guards need to do it or our bigs need to do it. It's a team effort. All five guys on the defensive end need to go pursue the ball. And, I know Dang had 8 the other night. Guys like VJ and Darius and Q, they're the ones that, especially when you're playing against a team that shoots a lot of threes like Omaha did the other night, long shots is going to turn into long rebounds. So, the guards have to come back and chase the ball down. And our bigs have to, all of our guys actually, they have to do just a better job of pursuing the ball. Instead of letting the ball come to you, you got to rebound out of your area and go get the ball. And we're big enough, we're athletic enough to where we should be doing that. And we've worked on it the last couple of days. We've harped on that pretty good because that's definitely a weakness of our team right now is defensive rebounding. But it's just got to be a total team effort. It's got to be a mindset to say when that ball goes up, we're finding it, we're locating it, we're going to get it.
That if the players work hard in practice and they play did last week in order to get that huge bump in playing time compared to the George Mason?
He practiced really hard. All of our guys practice hard. Don't get me wrong. It's not like some guys are dogging it. It's just all of our guys practice hard, but Malik just really, really practiced hard. The day before the Omaha game, Honest was a little bit under the weather in practice, so I just said, look, let's put Malik in there and see what happens. And, he played well. And he actually is a guy that has a pretty good mindset of going to pursue the ball on the backboard. He just is a freshman, so he's a little bit weaker. So if he gets bumped or knocked, it's going to knock him off balance. But, all of our guys they bring it every day in practice. You're not always going to have a great practice every day from an individual standpoint, just because it's a long year. But their efforts there every day. It's a matter now of, and it has been for the last couple of weeks, of just teaching. Teaching the little things. Since we've had 4 chances now to play against other teams, just correcting what we see on film that we need to get better at.
Maybe you have a tougher stretch coming up of more games. Do you schedule the same way you guys have in the past, or have you changed anything as far as days off and things like that? I know you have to have one, right?
Yeah, we have to have one a week. This starting last Friday to this coming Friday obviously is a tough stretch because we have 3 games in 7 days. So you got to be a little cognizant of not overdoing it. But like today, for example, we had practice yesterday. We did some stuff on Saturday, and our last off day, I believe, was last Tuesday. And so this morning, for example, we gave them individual instruction off. We didn't do individuals this morning, just to kind of give them one less thing to do, to try to save their legs a little bit so we can be fresh for practice. Obviously, we'll have a game tomorrow, and then Wednesday, Thursday, you got 2-day prep to get ready for Friday. So you just kind of got to tinker with it. But our guys seem to be for this time of year, seem to be in pretty good physical shape. But it's just it's a matter of not overdoing it, because you got to make sure you cover your scouting report, you cover what you need to cover to get ready for the next game. And with 3 games in 7 days, obviously, you got to be a little bit careful. But our guys they're doing a great job of taking care of their bodies and getting in to see Fred and all those guys. But we're excited about the 3 games in 7 days, but it also means a lot of different things, because as soon as tomorrow night's over, boom, we got to get ready for Friday. So it's quicker turnarounds.
You talked about the blow-bys, and this isn't the first team to have that issue, not even the first Louisville team to have it. What kind of things do you do to work on it? Do you have any drills maybe that they haven't seen, or what kind of things are you trying?
Yeah, and it goes back to the block shot thing. The reason we are blocking so many shots is because we're getting beat off the dribble so much. Most block shots and good shot blockers block their shots off the ball. And what I mean by that is, it's not their man going to the rim, it's somebody else, and then they go and help. And the reason they're having to go and help is because we're getting beat. So, there's drills you can do, but at the end of the day, it just comes down to just working on your individual defense. Get in a stance, take pride, and say, I don't want to let this guy beat me. Now, obviously, you're going to get beat. You're not going to prevent a team from getting into paint. And so it's all about team defense, but it starts with individual. Guys just need to take pride in stopping their man one-on-one and not forcing too many rotations. But, at the same time, our big guys understand that, we have to protect the rim, and obviously they've done a very good job of that. But it's just a fine line, because you got to be careful. The more times someone gets beat and they go in there, here comes the big to block the shot. Well, now it could be a foul, so you just got to be careful about getting in foul trouble. But we've harped on it, not getting beat and the blow-bys. Just something we just got to continue to try to get better at.
Are the rotations fairly where you like to see them, or is that also something?
It's hit or miss. A kid like Malik, for example, he's still trying to learn the rotation aspects. Sometimes in practice he'll go 2 or 3 trips and he'll be good, and then it'll be a different kind of rotation and he might struggle. But that's just part of the learning process. It's just something you don't learn right away, just because each situation is different. But they're getting it. The good thing about our team is they love coming in with the assistant coaches, watching film, asking questions. Anytime you get a group that asks questions, they want to learn. Instead of you having to initiate the conversation with them, they're coming in and saying, what can I do here? What should I do here? That's a good sign. So, we're moving in the right direction. It's just, like I've said, we want to be better tomorrow night than we were on Friday against Omaha. So that's our goal.
Is the shooting on whatever night it was, Friday night, 3-point shooting, missed a couple of them, is it just bad breaks, or are they taking bad shots?
No, I didn't think we took a couple challenge shots. I didn't think it was anything crazy. We have guys in practice that don't miss, and then for whatever reason we get in the game sometimes, and we just can't make a couple. But that's just part of the game. The thing that has pleased me for the majority of the season so far, not all of it, is we haven't seemed to let our offense affect our defense too much. And George Mason, I thought that was pretty evident. The other night we took all good shots. I think there were maybe 2 or 3 that weren't great, but that's just something we just got to continue to strive for. Get the ball in the lane, drive and kick, and play inside out. And as long as they're open, I told them, I said, look, you guys can go 0 for 25 in a row. As long as they're good shots, just keep shooting the ball and just have confidence.
In your mind, how does a team, if you've got a double-digit lead, how do you maintain that lead? What do you need to do?
It could be a million different things. It's a mindset with the players to not relax, it's a lot easier said than done to do that. But there's just a million different things. It's just part of the game flow. Sometimes, we had a couple turnovers the other night that I was talking about, the live ball or the pick six turnovers, where all of a sudden they get 2 or 3 of those, and it's 6 easy points for them. And it's just little things. You just gotta take it one media timeout segment at a time. You just gotta, we're trying to tell our team all the time at timeouts, let's see if we can get 3 stops in a row. Let's just get 3 stops in a row. Not worry about the offense. Just try to get 3 stops in a row. And that's just the approach we have to have. But it's just a mindset of not getting complacent when you're up and just learning how to play as if the score's 0-0 at all times.
Dave, are you happy with your team's ability thus far to take advantage of the size difference they've had in the games?
In certain areas, yeah. Giving up 22 offensive rebounds to that team the other night was not great. That game the other night was funny. If you look at the stat sheet, they shoot, I think it was 36% from the field for the game. They only made 7 free throws, and they scored 78 points. You don't see that very often, but over a third of their points, I think, came from our turnovers. So we just, we got to take care of the ball. But yeah, we got to do a better job of rebounding, team rebounding, defensive rebounding. We're doing a decent job of offensive rebounding. Ray, Honest, Malik, those guys, even Dwayne, obviously the other night rebounded well. But we just got to continue to improve, because we're going to face a lot of teams, and this team's actually one of them. They have some size up front to where we might not have a huge size advantage every night. So we can't just look at our opponent if they're smaller and just say, oh, well, we're gonna dominate inside because we're bigger. It doesn't work that way. So we just got to look at every opponent the same and just treat it accordingly.
Anything else? That's it?
All right. Thanks, guys.